Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Stephanie from Lumeria Star, and today what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the Stranger Things official tarot deck and guidebook. So I'm going to do a flip through of this deck, and let me share or preface this video, and please do not judge me. For those of you who love Stranger Things, which feels like it's everybody, I will say that I did watch the first season when it very first came out, and in theory, I should love Stranger Things. It's like sci-fi, horror, 80s, like these are all like typically aesthetics and things that I enjoy, but for some reason, I don't know why, I can't get into it. I have tried to watch the first season more than once. I haven't even ventured into the second season, let alone, what are we on, season 4? So what I will say is I'm sharing this deck with you all because this was sent to me for review by Insight Editions, and I know so many people love Stranger Things, so I thought it'd be just great for me to take a look at it and share it with you all. And then I will be giving this deck away as a giveaway item to someone on my Patreon. So if it's something that you've been thinking of joining my Patreon and you are a fan of Stranger Things, I will be giving this deck away just based off of pulling a card, and whoever has chosen that card will get the deck. So that's my disclaimer. Do not hate me if you are a Stranger Things fan. Keep loving it. I know everyone loves it. For some reason, we haven't connected yet, which doesn't mean it won't happen. I will say that. So without further ado, we're gonna take a look at this deck. So I will say the box is really nice. We've got this like spot gloss here where it has the name Stranger Things. We've got a really nice illustration here, which is the, see, this is how much I'm not a Stranger Things fan. This is the upside down. So we've got who it's written and illustrated by, and I will read the back. This is by Insight Editions. Nice two-piece box with a thumbhole cutout, which I'm a fan of. So it says here, Netflix Emmy award-winning series Stranger Things has captivated the imaginations of millions of viewers all around the world. Now fans can experience the series like never before with the first official Stranger Things tarot deck, featuring original artwork inspired by classic tarot iconography. This 78 card deck comprises both major and minor arcana and depicts fan favorite characters, imagery, and themes from Stranger Things. Okay, so we're just going to get into it, and this is really going to be more of a flip through for me to share with you all, just because like I'm so not well versed with the show. Like I said, I watched the original first season twice, I think, but I was so distracted. Like I wasn't even like taking in people's names. Like I don't know why it's not landing for me personally. I'm not going to give up though, because like in theory, Stranger Things is like all the things that I typically would enjoy. So I don't know if I just keep trying to watch it when I'm distracted. I don't know what it is. So regardless, I'm not going to know a lot of characters' names. This is more of like just a flip through and just review for you all. So I like the back, even though it has the title, which I don't typically like titles on the back. It's not bad because I think like the Stranger Things like logo is really awesome in 80s. So I do appreciate that. It's not gilded or edged, and it's got like that like kind of satiny matte finish. And I will say the cardstock is maybe a little bit on the thinner side. Okay. So, okay, for some reason, we're not starting with the majors. This is just how it came out of the box. So we're just gonna look through it. So it looks like the minor arcana is renamed. So I'm guessing spokes is pentacles. So what I will say is the art style is pretty cool, and it definitely has that reminiscent 80s aesthetic of like old Polaroids or photographs. Like we've got some like distressing on the edges, or even like an old novel that has like aged and worn with time. So I do like the art style for this. I think that really fits the theme. And spokes make sense because I know, you know, the kids are always riding their bikes. Okay, so we've got our quartz, some page of spokes, knight of spokes, king, and queen. Okay, so we have those kind of, I guess that's the order they put them in. I do think that's a pretty awesome Queen of Spokes cards with 11. I know that's 11, or whatever her name is now, because I feel like I haven't gotten that far. Okay, so now the next suit is strands, which I'm guessing would be the traditional wand suit. And again, I haven't looked at the guidebook, so I don't know. So just on first glance, these are a little bit more pippish, which is neither good nor bad. I know for me, it's not something I typically love. I do like a more illustrated minor, but this does feel very on theme and on brand. Oh, look at that. That definitely feels like, well, actually that feels more like a 8 of Swords situation, like being all like tied up and knotted and stuck. 9, 10, and then our page, knight. And it looks like we put the kings before the queens. Ace of scoops, which I would guess is maybe cups. So again, like I haven't watched enough of the show to really even know if like ice cream's that much of a part of the storyline. So the reason why I don't feel like I can work with this is just because a lot of the imagery and symbolism will be lost on me personally. So I do think this is going to be really great for someone who is a huge fan of the show. I think that'll be really fun. So we've got our page, our knight, the king, and the queen, and then ace of dice. So now I'm wondering if this is the pentacles. Not sure. So we'll have to look in the book. 2 of dice. Oh, this looks like, is this supposed to be Dungeons and Dragons? Let me know down below if you are a Stranger Things fan. Is this imagery hitting the right notes for you? Is this making sense? Because to me, this is lost on me just because I'm not really well versed with the show. But if you are a fan of the show, do you feel like this artwork is, you know, really depicting kind of the core, the essence of the show? All right, so we've got our page, knight, king, queen, and then it looks like we go backwards with our major arcana. This is, again, this is just how I pulled it out of the box. So we've got the world, judgment, the sun, the moon, star, the tower. That's a great tower card. The devil, temperance. I love the phone there. Like the 80s stuff, I just really adore. Death. I do remember this. This is Barb. This is when she gets taken. Remember that part. The hanged man. Justice. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, that's clever with the waffle. The hermit. strength. It kind of looks like a young Reese Witherspoon, doesn't it? Is that just me? The Chariot, the Lovers, the Hierophant, the Emperor, the Empress. That's great with Winona as the Empress. The mom going to bat for her kid. The High Priestess, that's a great card too. The Magician and the Fool. Okay, so we will take a look at this guidebook, which is a nice little chunk. Welcome to Hawkins, where things are strange and just keep getting stranger. So we've got a little meeting your deck, the major arcana explained, and then we go right into the cards. So it looks like, at least for the majors, we've got a full color image, and then we've got upright and reversed. Oh, actually, I love it's upside down, which totally makes sense for the show. And it does look like it shares a bit about what's going on the card. So let's see. So like the High Priestess, I'll read. The High Priestess symbolizes intuition, esoteric knowledge, and the ability to perceive the unseen, just like 11. When she manifests, it's with a warning that things may not be what they seem. Allow her to guide you, exploring your own connection to what lies beyond the veil, opening yourself to the innate wisdom you possess. So I do love how the interpretation really ties into the actual show. So with the Empress, we have Winona. So there's nothing in any dimension quite as powerful as a mother's love. Just ask Joyce Byers, who was able to break through to her missing son with nothing more than a few strands of Christmas lights. She is urging you to express gratitude and appreciation for the beauty in your life, for it can disappear in an instant. Take care of yourself as you care for others, surrounding yourself with things that bring you comfort. I actually really like these messages, to be quite honest. I really love how it's taking stranger things and then it's giving it that spin to the cards. All right, so let's look at the minors. And it looks like, oh, interesting. So the suit of strands is wands, which I thought. Scoops is actually pentacles, which is interesting. I thought it would be cups. The suit of dice is swords, which I wouldn't have seen. And the suit of spokes is cups. So that's interesting. It seems a little reversed in my mind, but let me know in the, again, in the comments if you think that works for you. And then with the minors, we have like a smaller color image of the card, upright and reversed, or upside down rather, and we have that for all of the minors. And then in the back we have a little bit spread. So we've got New in Town, a curiosity voyage out of that cave. So these are cute because they're themed. Power Surge. And that's it, about the author and the illustrator. Okay, so I'm not going to read these cards because, like I said, I already know I'm not keeping this deck just because I'm not a Stranger Things like fan, and I haven't even really finished the show. So I think this imagery and the deck is going to get lost on me. So I'd rather this deck go to someone who's like a really big fan of the show and, either also love tarot, or maybe it's someone who this would be a nice bridge if you are a Stranger Things fan and want to get into tarot. This might be a really nice kind of like entry point for you. So I'm just gonna like pull some cards just to see how they look laid out on the table. So let's just kind of move this over. And let's see. So we got the Hierophant. Two of spokes, or I'm sorry, 3 of spokes, 4 of scoops, the Tower, I did say that was a cool looking card, and the 6 of dice. I mean, these look awesome. I do really like the artwork. It definitely gives the 80s vintage aesthetic. But like I said, I want this deck to go to someone who can really, really appreciate all of the the details of the show that I'm not gonna get. So like I said, if you are a fan, let me know down in the comments below if you think this deck kind of like made the mark or hit the mark for you, because I'm not gonna know, to be quite honest. And then I will be giving this deck away over on my Patreon. So if you have been thinking about joining, or, you know, maybe now is the time, because I will be giving this deck away. All you have to do is be a part of my coven over on Patreon. You can follow me, or find me rather, under my name, Lumeria Star. You can join for $3 a month, which is literally half a cup of coffee for the entire month. And I do giveaways all the time, along with a lot of other tarot related content. So this deck will be going away to one member in my coven. You simply just comment on the card you think the deck will pull, and whoever gets that will get the deck. So let me know down in the comments below what you think of this. Feel free to come see me over in the coven and enter the giveaway if you're interested. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye.